and Anam and Captain Connolly.
Bill Margaret the Cahirley, and returning back to broadband, and more specifically, Deputy Candy has raised it. I'm raising it in relation to Galway, and specifically the status of the rollout of the National Broadband Plan in Galway City and County, the number of premises in Galway City and County that are now connected. And just, I don't know if you're familiar with CAFCA, Minister, but I've had, again, the privilege of Lasken Corla, so I got the answer here, so you can save yourself if you like going into it into detail, but I failed to see the answer to my question. Maybe you can enlighten me.
Cahirlach and Deputy Connolly. There are 38,897 premises in the intervention area in County Galway that will receive access to high-speed broadband under the National Broadband Plan. And I'm advised that as of the 27th of May, 14,914 of these, or 38%, have been surveyed by NBI. Surveying is the first step towards delivering the new fibre network, and it informs design solutions for provision of the fibre network. The detailed designs are then used to initiate the Make Ready project with Open Air, where Open Air ensure any poles and any ducts being reused are fit for purpose, and they make ready other required infrastructure. This step also informs decisions on equipment ordering. Survey data also needed to initiate pre-works, which pave the way for deploying fibre. Pre-works include construction of new duct routes, erection of poles, building chambers, and tree trimming. On completion of these pre-works, the main construction works can commence. The NBP deployment plan is divided into 227 deployment areas, and I understand that the network build is ongoing in 2 deployment areas in County Galway. One deployment area around Galway City, and a second one is in the Ballinasloe area, including some premises in County Roscommon. The build works include 5,340 premises in County Galway. Once these construction works are completed and the appropriate level of testing has been undertaken, the fibre network can be commissioned and end users will be able to order their connections for the area around Galway City. It is anticipated that connections would be available in July or August, and for the Ballinasloe area in August or September. Further details are available on specific areas in Galway through the NBI website, which provides a facility for any premises within the intervention area to register their interest in being provided with deployment updates through its website. Broadband connection points are a key element of the NBP, providing high-speed broadband in every county in advance of the rollout of the fibre to the home network. As of the 27th of May, 317 broadband connection point sites have been installed by NBI.
I'm not sure, Minister, if you understood my reference to CAFCA, but the reply just confirms how I misjudged that writer. He's much easier to understand than the reply I'm getting. So I asked a simple question. The number of premises in Galway City and County that are now connected, do you have a reply for that, or do I take it none? And that of the 38,897, less than a half have been surveyed. That's one step. Then we go on to pre-works, we go on to pre-design, and so on, and finally build. And do I take it further down in the paragraph that by August, the build works 5,340, a portion of that is Galway City and will be connected by August? Could you enlighten me in relation to that? I'll even give you extra time.
It's very kind of you, Deputy Connolly. Yeah, I think you have it right, and I think that I'm not sure what your reference to CAFCA is here, but the answer is that there will be these 5,340 premises connected later in the year, and that it is a multi-stage process. There is a step where you survey premises. There's a step where you move past them, and a step where you connect them. And it's happening in counties all around Ireland in parallel. And those premises near Galway City and at Ballinasloe will be the first to be connected. So I'm not sure what part of I'm not sure what part of that is unclear, or what part of it is complex and self-referencing. And I have read Kafka, but I'm not sure that this is a Kafkaesque situation.
I'm going back to read him both in English and Irish, because he would be much easier. I read him before and had difficulty. So no premise has been connected in Galway. and I have to make out between the 5,340, how many of those are in the city and the county, I don't know. The reason I raise this and other deputies raise it is because outside of housing and health, it is one of the most frequent inquiries. And like Deputy Kenny said before us, we simply just want information. I welcome that you're looking at an acceleration of the programme. I don't believe that we were against broadband, any of us TDs. What we wanted was clarity in relation to who was getting it, what terms, accountability, a public service director, and that we would own it. There were many, many concerns. But now we're looking at the practicalities. And I cannot explain to people, you know, they're in an amber area or a blue area, they're working from home. You know this more than I. They're working under serious pressure, and they have no broadband, and their neighbour has broadband. It's extremely difficult to explain to them, and I'm doing my best. So I'm going back to say no premises being connected, but there will be light at the end of the tunnel in July for some premises in the city. And sorry, I'm over time. Thank you, Chair.
Tara.
Deputy Connolly, I can come back to you with a breakdown between Galway City and Ballinasloe and how many are in each area, or any further information that would be useful to you, and my office is always open to you to contact me. One thing I didn't get to say is that there are broadband connection points that have been rolled out, and this is the idea of setting up areas in villages or towns which have a broadband area which can be used by anybody who's living in that area, and that 317 of these have been set up around the country. They can be done much more quickly than the fibre connections, and they do provide, it's not as good as having fibre to your home, but it does provide a community access to broadband within your village or within your town, which you can go down if you need to work from home or if you need access to the internet. And it is something that we can roll out very quickly. A number of these have gone into Galway, including Cortoon Community Centre, Cornanillon, Lettermullen Community Centre, an old secondary school, Brownsgrove National School, Moynish National School, St Joseph's National School and St Mary's National School. They've all been connected to a high-speed community connection. It isn't the same as fibre, but it's something, and it's quick.